So I wanted to wish you a happy new year. We're just over 2 weeks into 2022 and I'm here going slow. I've just gone back to work after taking 4 weeks off, and I'm just gently easing myself into this new place that I'm in. And I think it's really easy at this time of year to get caught up in goals and resolutions and everything that we need to achieve in the year. The expectation feels really heavy, feels quite weighty. New year, new you, diets, exercise, all of these expectations. And I want to invite you into something different, to perhaps let all of that go and see what may come in space and silence. You might just hear a whisper, something that you can only hear if you allow that quiet, because it gets really noisy. It is really noisy. Like I say, with all of those expectations, all of those goals. And you know, we push and we strive, and at times we force. And where to get to? Where to get to? You know, I've done that pushing and I've done that striving to get to the place where I sit here today. And I sit here and it feels uncomfortable. It feels so strange. And I have to take a moment. I have to be really conscious to take a moment that this is where I've wanted to get to. And now I'm here. And now what? And the thing that I've learned about that journey is that you can't push or force it. That life seems to have its own plan sometimes. I tried. I tried many times. You know, I had a plan. And sometimes those plans don't work or don't come to fruition in the way that we thought they would. And that's okay. It's life just gently nudging us, probably telling us to slow down, to take your time. There's no rush. What are we rushing towards anyway? So my invitation is really just to go slow, to perhaps start planting the seeds. Doesn't mean we don't take action, but just to start planting the seeds, to see if there's any whispers coming in, to slow down, to be with yourself, perhaps in a way that you never have been before, and just to see what comes. So I'm sending love as always, and I'm just going to read you a short poem. So if you've been at any of my sessions, you'll know that I like to read words. I love words, and poetry is one of those expressions. And it's something that I loved as a child. I can still remember writing poetry and poems at school, and reading poems, nothing deep at that age, but having fun with it. And it came back to me just a couple of years ago now, came back in my life, and I'm so glad that it did. And so I'm going to share a poem with you. It's by a wonderful poet called Mark Nepo, and it's called The Myth of a urgency. Everyone wants you to quietly be Atlas, to shoulder it all. Even the voice in your head insists you are behind. But I've seen the light in you, the one that God's finger while we sleep. I've seen the blossom open in your heart. No matter what remains to be done, there are never enough hours to satisfy the minions of want. So close your eyes and lean into the oneness that asks nothing of you. When the calls stack, answer to no one, though you receive them all. Just open your beautiful hands, born with nothing in them. You have never been more complete than in this incomplete moment.